Quite the interesting day, ladies and gentlemen. Interesting indeed. AEW announces Collision. They will be live on Saturday night. But there's no TV rights media deal with Warner Brothers Discovery. On the flip side, Dynamite was great tonight. Great wrestling, Double or Nothing build was excellent. But all anybody is talking about is CM Punk and the war of words with the Wrestling Observer's Brian Alvarez. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe Wrestling Observer should stop covering AEW if all they're gonna do is anger Phil and Larry. I mean, give me a break. We're gonna talk about all the news that broke today with Collision, with Punk, with Ace Steel, Punk being pulled from the press release for the show. What the hell is going on? I don't know. We'll talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to the OTS venue. Tonight we're drinking inside my mother's basement. And you're looking at the real bad boy of the IWC. Prick. More like soy boy. I got one question for you on this Wednesday evening. What the fuck are you guys drinking? I'll see you guys over there.
I don't even know why I come here.
Why is AEW successful? Why is Tony Khan running his promotion better than Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard are running Monday night and Friday night? Long-term booking.
Guys, thank you so very much for joining me right here on Off the Script. This is your AEW Dynamite post show for Wednesday, May 17th, 2023. I'm your host, JD from New York, as always, joined by my very good friend and co-host on Wednesday nights, the Chi-Town Smark, Jesse. What is going on, brother?
First and foremost, I want to make this clear to Mr. Joey Janela, Swerve, Baron Corbin, or anybody else this guy manages to piss off.
I didn't do anything today, bro. What the fuck?
No. The comments of JD are of JD alone and are not the thoughts of this guy at all. Don't blame me for that guy's bullshit.
Bro,
Good,
listen,
man.
bro,
How are you today?
Listen, man, you know for a fucking fact I didn't do shit today, man. I've been very good all day today. I didn't say anything.
Hey, man, just a random disclaimer. Just throwing it out there, man.
Listen, man, if I'm going to upset Jelly Janela.
Oh, God, that's not me.
Joey Nutella. I mean, bro, if I wanted to gain some popularity, I mean, I'd go jump off a rooftop in front of 5 people as well, man. I mean, give me a break. More like Soy Boy, bro. You like soy milk?
I'm not a part of this.
By the way, me and Baron Corbin are on good levels, bro. You know.
This week.
You know. Anyway, first and foremost, we'll talk about the Soy Boy a little bit later. Right out of the gate, I want to send my condolences and my love and my thoughts and prayers to the family of superstar Billy Graham, who unfortunately passed away this evening at the age of 79. Ric Flair, I believe, announced the news before any of the dirt sheets picked it up. He said, "The superstar Billy Graham just left us. Thank you for all of your influence on my career," says the Nature Boy Ric Flair at 8:42 p.m. this evening. I know he was on life support, and the doctors wanted to pull him off earlier in the week. The family did not, and today was the day, bro. So thoughts, love, and prayers to superstar Billy Graham. I know he's been suffering through some major health problems the last few years, and I hope he can rest easy now, man. That's some sad news to start the evening, this very newsworthy evening here on Wednesday.
It is. I mean, his influence, Billy Graham's, has gone far beyond pro wrestling. Billy Graham's influence trickles into boxing, MMA, just his charisma alone. And we all have to go. God knows he lived an extremely eventful life, and he touched a lot of people. And rest in peace, brother.
Yeah, man, sad news this evening. So thoughts, love, and prayers from our end to superstar Billy Graham and his family, man. That's quite the sad story that we had to learn about this evening via Ric Flair on social media. Jesse, it was a big news day, man. It was hectic. It was coming from all angles, and it had a lot to do with AEW and the announcement that they made this evening. It is no secret anymore. AEW Collision is happening on Saturday night, live June 17th at a location to be announced next week. And I want you guys to hang on to that little caveat. Everybody's under the impression that it will be at the United Center, but AEW and Tony Khan tonight did not announce any location until next week, and we'll get into that in just a second. Jesse, Collision is now official. The Warner upfronts happened today at the theater inside Madison Square Garden. And Fightful reported this morning that a hard brand split will be coming with the debut of AEW Collision. Now, one outlet disputed that claim, but they, Fightful, were told that AEW talent that were told on May 17th, the concerns regarding which show that they'll be on, specifically as of today, all recognized champions in AEW and any other major wrestling organization are exempt from these upcoming brand splits. CM Punk was not featured in the upfronts or the press release, though it had been reported that he was planned for both. The upfronts themselves were filmed ahead of time, and the Warner Brothers Discovery team made the decision not to feature talent due to the writer's strike. The Warner Brothers Discovery released a statement claiming that Punk was not affiliated with AEW Collision, but as of today, Fightful, we're told that there are still plans to go ahead with CM Punk as the star of the show. Punk was actively included in the press release and was removed by this morning's announcement. Fightful, we're told that there were active content plans with Punk as of this week, though it was noted that, as with anything else, shit changes. Punk's involvement in AEW has featured regular contact with Tony Khan. Fightful is told that Punk himself didn't want to be announced for the Collision brand well ahead of time, but don't know if that played any role in the altered press release. Those that Fightful spoke to had heard weeks ago Ace Steel could be brought back as well. They have not confirmed whether or not he'll be back following the series of events surrounding the Brawl Out situation. Fightful was also told that Punk was keen on pushing for FTR and Andrade being involved with Collision, which right now is the plan, as Andrade was named in the press release along with Thunder Rosa and Miro. The plan has been for an early episode of Collision to take place at the United Center. That would be the first episode, though that has not been announced. Then we got the CM Punk and Bryan Alvarez thing, bro, but I'll get into that in a little bit. This whole thing with CM Punk, man, you know, a lot of people are looking at this as drama, and he's drumming up drama again via the Wrestling Observer with what they said today, which I'll get into in a second. I'll play the clip. I have it queued up here for you guys. What do you make of this, Jesse? Because I feel like even though Punk did not want to be announced at the upfronts, having anything to do with Collision, and then we got this announcement tonight by Tony Khan, which was basically what we heard on social media. He just repeated himself and gave us a list of dates where Collision's going to be airing from on Saturday night, all in Canada, and then the last date in Newark, New Jersey, I believe, at the Prudential Center. Punk was not announced for any of this during the upfronts. He was not named on Dynamite tonight, and everybody kind of expected that to be the big announcement. There was no TV rights deal announced as well. I'll get into that a little bit later as well. Melcher said that there would be. Obviously, there was not. But the Punk situation, bro, I thought myself that this would be it. He was not named tonight. And then we hear all this shit about Ace Steel and Bryan Alvarez and whatnot. I really don't know what's going on, but I feel like that it was supposed to be tonight, and that they didn't want to unveil all their cards in one show, and they want to drag this thing out as long as they can. And then, you know, next week they'll announce the United Center, and then maybe they'll tag along CM Punk with that announcement as well. I don't know if anybody should really be looking too much into this. I mean, the bigger story is that Alvarez and Punk are going at it again via Instagram and his live show on Wrestling Observer. But I do feel like Punk is eventually going to be announced. I mean, he's not going to WWE. He's not backing out of the deal. He's not leaving AEW. It's just something that I think they're kind of trying to milk, and they're going to do it next week.
Yeah, well, yeah. That was a lot. I kind of forgot what the original question was. You kind of went on for a while there.
Yeah. Well, what do you think of the whole situation? I mean, with Punk? I mean, is it a serious situation, or are people, you know, or are you looking at this as like, oh, yeah, whatever, it'll be announced next week?
Well, it's definitely one of two things. It's either A, they are playing into you know, into the work. You know, I mean, if you're announcing it early, it kind of ruins the surprise, quote unquote, if you plan on debuting them in Chicago. Or something happened and plans changed. I mean, it could legitimately be either one of those, and there's a 50-50 probability. Now, it's not to say that those plans change, meaning he's not going to show up again. I mean, he's showing back up. But the plans could have changed as far as what they're going to do with them and how he's going to debut and how he's going to return. That could have changed. Or, yeah, I mean, they wouldn't have announced before the first dance that he's going to be at the United Center, right? I mean, if they had to make some kind of announcement before then, they never would have said, yes, Punk will be at it. No, I mean, so either way, it could be a complete work. I don't want to say work, quote unquote, but I mean, yeah, and since it would be a work if the networks are just, you know, going to play it off, but it could be either one. Punk seems to put his foot in his mouth more often than not. So maybe he got himself in more hot water, or maybe it's all a complete work. And yeah, we're just going to get him in Chicago for, you know, the second coming or whatever they named it now.
Well, you know, maybe CM Punk realizes, like, if they announce the United Center, why do they need to announce me along with that? I think he's pretty much in the know that if they announce the United Center, I think everybody kind of realizes that Punk is going to show up on that first show. So do you really need to announce me? Let's just do the show, and I'll come out and surprise everybody on that Saturday night. I mean, is that a possibility as well, that Punk said, you know what, fuck you, you're going to book the United Center. I think everybody kind of knows I'm going to be there.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much, same as last time. Everyone showed up to the first dance, and everyone there expected Punk. If there was no Punk that would have shown up, they would have had a riot in United Center. And at the same time, they never announced it. They never promised us Punk. They never told us we were getting Punk. But to the point where, okay, you've kind of just told us without telling us, and now we expect them. Kind of the same thing here. I mean, why are you gonna, book the United Center and then name it, the
Second Coming
line is Second Coming. What are we doing here?
Well, that part's not really official. I mean, they didn't really tag a show name to it yet. Okay. But I would assume that if that's the going name, that they would announce Punk ahead of time to sell tickets to the show. Man, they must be pretty fucking confident second time around to sell 16,000 tickets to the United Center.
They must be. That's why if I'm gonna assume something here, I'm gonna assume this is just a part of the storyline, and they're just waiting for Punk to come back then. Much like the original Rampage, at this point, people are like starting to remember and think that the original Rampage was at the United Center in Chicago. It was not. They had a Rampage before that.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why they didn't come out and confirm that this is going to be, the first Collision show will be in Chicago. Maybe there'll be one before.
Who knows? That's a possibility as well. Yeah. That was the first dance Rampage. I mean, it was, I guess it was the first official episode of Rampage, but it wasn't, the Rampage that we got the following week. No. It was totally for him. He was given the floor for a half an hour to do what he needed to do.
Pretty much, yeah.
But CM Punk, Ace Steel, obviously you guys know what happened, or we don't really know what happened. We heard about what happened. We read about what happened. Ace Steel and the brawl out situation. He ended up getting fired for his involvement. So obviously Ace Steel was a major talking point in the stories today. For the past couple of months, AEW and CM Punk have been working towards a return, obviously, for Punk on the Collision brand. This has extended all the way to Warner Brothers Discovery, AEW, and TNT having promotional materials made for the show involving Punk, and it includes a Samoa Joe match graphic. So this shit is already made, according to the reports. So I don't know why they would go back on that. Now, Fightful has already learned that during the meeting between Punk and Chris Jericho, that Jericho mentioned the possibility of Ace Steel returning to the company in some capacity, with the belief that people working together in harmony could alleviate some tensions and show that everyone was willing to do business. So it's rather funny that Jericho was the one who brought that up, bro, in the meeting with Punk, that, maybe it's a good idea for Ace Steel to get back involved and get him backstage in his former role and show everybody that it could be harmonious with all of the culprits a part of the brawl out situation working together backstage. Look, there's nothing going on. Everybody's ready to do business. Are you surprised by that?
Very much so. Steel is very, 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 very expendable.
Yes.
And he still is. So I don't see the point in bringing him back unless it was demanded by someone. I'm not gonna. You would think that his best friend would be demanding him to be back, right? But it was Chris Jericho in this report from Fightful. Right. But I don't know. If I'm TK, I fired him for a reason, and there's no reason to bring him back. So what are we bringing him back for? We can execute everything we want to execute with Punk without Ace Steel. He wasn't even an unscreened character.
The way I see it. The way if Ace Steel is back, bro, and CM Punk forces Ace Steel to come back, and he forces his hand like, this is what I want, I demand this, and has this diva-like mentality, I think that's a bad look, because it kind of shows everybody like, hey, who the fuck is really running this company? Is Tony Khan running the company, or is it CM Punk running the company? Why is this guy back? And like you said, he is absolutely in a position where he is expendable. It was Jericho's idea just for the sake of doing business and showing everybody that, hey, look at all the people involved in this terrible fucking moment in company history, and he's back working together in a harmonious way. Look, everybody's willing to do business. I don't like it because it just shows that Punk is the one in charge and not Tony Khan.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good point. I mean, it wouldn't be TK's idea to bring him back.
No.
There's no need for him. It's not like they need to bring him back to complete a puzzle on an on-screen story. Whether he comes back or not, nothing changes as far as the product goes on television.
No. So, yeah, there's no reason to bring him back at all unless CM Punk was demanding him to come back. Like, this is my list of demands if I'm going to come back. I mean, give me a break. I know he wants to work with his friends and give his friends opportunity, but the guy bit he bit Kenny Omega's arm, reportedly. I mean, I don't think that's really grounds for like, hey, man, you want to get rehired? Give me a break. Come on. Yeah. Fightful was told that there was a meeting this week between AEW and Punk, and it was extended to Punk that Steele would have the ability to be with the company and work directly with Punk. However, it was made clear that Ace Steele would not be able to be at AEW television. We haven't learned, says Fightful, specifically how Punk reacted to this outside of him not being in agreement with it. We have not been told if this is tied to Punk not being featured on the Warner Brothers Discovery materials or the statement they made about him not being associated with the brand, though it was noted to us that there were plans for an AEW camera crew to film materials at CM Punk's home on Wednesday, and nobody knows if that actually happened or not. As of now, we have not been told about a change in plans for CM Punk. PW Insider reported that Impact was interested in bringing Ace Steele back in recent weeks, but he passed, leading to the belief that he was AEW or WWE bound. Look, not even Ace Steele wants to go to Impact, bro. What does that say?
Yeah, maybe he has bigger plans. Who knows?
I don't know. I mean, like I said, this Ace Steele shit should be a non-issue. I mean, it's not even a fucking a blip on the radar with this CM Punk and Collision news. I mean, give me a fucking break with this shit. Outside of the Punk and Collision, him being removed from the materials and all this shit today about Warner Brothers Discovery saying he's not a part of the brand, which we all know he will be. They're just waiting for a proper announcement. They don't want to, show their cards all at one time. Brian Alvarez on the Wrestling Observer, man, he really made some insider references, and he didn't really go into, what he was talking about. I want to see if this actually plays for you guys. I got the clip queued up. This is from our guy Ango. He pulled this from Twitter, and I'm on his Twitter page right now. Let me see if this plays for you guys. It's about a minute long, and this is Brian Alvarez just really stirring the pot. And when you hear this, you understand why CM Punk got angry and took to Instagram again to verbally berate Brian Alvarez and the tribalistic mentality of everybody in the wrestling community. Let's see if this plays. Hold on. Let me unmute this here and do this. Let's see.
CM Punk is not on the poster. Yeah. Not on there. Now, that could mean two things. It could mean that he got really mad and doesn't want to be a part of this anymore for some reason. No, this could be one of the reasons.
Oh, anything.
That's not the reason.
Can I just give the reason?
Hold on. Or that's going to be the big announcement tonight.
Hey!
That CM Punk is part of Collision.
People acting like they cracked a code because his name was taken out of the release. It's like, in theory, none of this, you're not supposed to know any of this. That is supposed to be the big announcement. They got to announce Chicago, and they have to do that. I mean, it's silly.
Well, here's the thing, Mike.
The Earth could collide into the sun before 8 o'clock, and it doesn't happen.
I know a lot about this, okay? He has gotten mad about various things many times, and it has been a tightrope walk with CM Punk. There were graphics with CM Punk on the graphic. Now there are graphics without CM Punk on the graphic. So it is not impossible that this deal with CM Punk has fallen through. It is not impossible. He might be announced tonight. That might be the big announcement. But I'll just put it this way. It is not impossible that we do this show tomorrow and there was no announcement whatsoever of CM. That is not impossible. Okay? I can tell you that for a fact. It is not impossible.
I mean, you could listen to that and understand why CM Punk got angry, bro. I mean, he's gotten mad at various things. He hasn't said shit. He's been doing his own thing. Like, why are you putting shit out there as bait for him to fucking latch onto and then come back at you on Instagram, bro. Literally, CM Punk has not said anything, bro. The only time CM Punk said anything was when this shit happened the first time and he called Jericho a stooge and a shill and he called Meltzer a fucking scumbag. But why are you putting the fucking fishing lure out there and wanting CM Punk to bite, bro, on something like that? Why do it if you're Alvarez?
Right. Well, this is very, very, very simplified for me in my head. Here is something that everyone who is a public figure, especially pro athletes, they have to deal with. The NBA, the NFL, NHL, Major League Baseball, hell, the White House, the media. You have to deal with the media. You can't get rid of the media. You can't sit and call out members of the media you don't like, because that only makes your own situation worse. The media is always there. Now, I know I see a lot of people saying, Alvarez sucks, this, and that. And I get that, dude. I get how one would feel that way. And yeah, it does come off as he's fishing and he's trolling. But here's the thing. Alvarez is doing his job. Whether you agree with what his take is or what he's saying or what he's doing, the media is going to be there. And believe it or not, people are not always happy with the media as far as celebrities go. But you have to deal with it. The way you deal with it is what makes you you. And Punk, to me, is just making the situation worse. I'm going to read something to you. I've read it before. I'm going to read it again. I'm going to read it again every time Punk does stuff like this. Some of you need to stop listening to criticism from people that you would not ask advice from. Phil Brooks, pinned tweet on his Twitter profile.
Still there?
Still there. Now, I challenge anyone to tell me how this is Punk not taking his own advice. You have to ignore Alvarez gets more powerful every time Punk decides to sit down and open up Instagram. You know what makes Alvarez less powerful? When people like CM Punk ignore him and pretend he doesn't exist. When you give him the reactions that he's looking for, when you come out and do shit like this, when you make posts like this, you are making Brian Alvarez more powerful. Why? Because everything that CM Punk does causes a headline. Everything that he does, everywhere he goes, if he goes to an Impact taping, if he goes to an indie show in a mask, if he walks his dog, if he shows up on a movie set, whatever he does, it's a headline. If he tweets about Brian Alvarez, that's also a headline. So now, instead of Brian Alvarez not being on my morning news headline, Alvarez is going to be front and center on my morning news headline. Why? Because Punk can't learn to stop listening to criticism from people that you would not ask advice from. You cannot silence the media. Any celebrity on the planet will tell you that. They don't like the media. No one likes the media who the media reports on. You can't silence them and you can't control what they say. All you can do is ignore them or give them information. As a celebrity, that's all you can do. That's just all you can do, bro. You cannot get rid of them. You cannot make them say what you want them to say. You can't make them shut up. So you got to ignore them, bro. You're a celebrity. You have to ignore them.
You are 100% correct. Brian Alvarez did not come off as media in that clip. Now, I didn't listen to the whole show, and I do not want to take Brian Alvarez out of context because I actually enjoy listening to him. I think he's got a good mind for what he really does over there on The Observer. He didn't really come off as a journalist there. He came off more as a troll, to be honest with you. I mean, he said that CM Punk gets angry about a lot of things. Like, you didn't really divulge on what CM Punk gets angry about. You can't really claim Punk gets angry about a lot of things and then reference something back that happened in fucking 2011, 2012. I mean, give me a break. Punk has been radio silent outside of one Instagram post before today, in regards to the brawl out situation. He's done his own thing. He's made wisecracks about it. He's joked about it. He's Instagrammed him working out on the fucking treadmill with Samoa Joe's old Ring of Honor theme. Like I don't know why Brian Alvarez would put it out there that this deal with CM Punk and AEW's fallen through, and it's not out of the realm of possibility that happened. I mean, I don't think there's a zero chance that happened. I don't think AEW, Warner, or Tony Khan would allow that to happen. So you're already playing with fire just by saying that. So why would he go out there and just kind of poke the bear when he knows that CM Punk is fucking ready and willing to explode at any given moment? Like, I don't understand that. And like you said, CM Punk should ignore it, but I mean, it's difficult to do in the age of social media, bro. I mean, guys like CM Punk, and I understand this very well, he wears his heart on his sleeve, man. The first inkling of hatred you see, you want to fucking attack that. But the thousands of fucking tweets that I get that are positive, I ignore that shit. You know, it's just the shitty part of social media.
If we want to take what Alvarez said, just that particular line at face value, and he says Punk gets angry at a lot of things, that's not the absolute most off-the-wall opinion one could have about Punk. I mean, that's fairly accurate, you know? I mean, it is, but nonetheless, it's his opinion. Brian Alvarez gets paid by fans like all of us here, to give his opinion and his thoughts and his commentary on things, and people can buy it or they can not buy it. They can call him stupid. They can call him a genius. But what they need to understand is that this guy is just giving his opinion or reporting a story or whatever the fact may be. Now, is it 100% true? It rarely is, you know, but it doesn't mean it's way off. But that's besides the point. Whether it's true, false, or whatever, let him do him. You know, I mean, the more you give him the acknowledgement that he so desperately wants, the stronger he gets, and the worse it gets. You know, when Naomi and Sasha quit and they left WWE, they went radio silent. There were all kinds of rumors that what they were going to do. You know, Trinity's going to be at the Rumble. You know, Sasha's in negotiations with such and such to do a return. Oh, we heard them all. Did you see Mercedes and Trinity on social media saying Alvarez is wrong? I'm not doing this shit. He needs to mind his own business. They just let those rumors fly. They just continued to do what they intended to do. And then they showed up and spoke when they were ready. And they didn't go out and blast the media for getting reports wrong. How many reports were wrong about these women and what they were going to do?
Oh my God, man! You know how wrong that shit was, dude.
Plenty.
And Mercedes is the best example because she said absolutely nothing. Naomi Trinity said absolutely nothing until she was actually on Busted Open and revealed, you know, who walked out first and who, you know, she walked out on and how she felt and all this shit. Meanwhile, there were reports after reports after reports about, oh my God, Sasha walked out and what a terrible friend Mercedes was to Trinity. I'm like, holy shit, that's not what happened.
Jeez, dude. Dean Ambrose left WWE. All the speculation started. Oh, Dean is going to take a break and come back. He's going to AEW. He's going to hit the indies. He's going to do all these stories and reports came out. And then all of a sudden he get a vignette and then Mox shows up. Then he, you know, did a podcast with his wife or whatever. And it's like, I don't know where all this shit coming from. I'm just going to do what I want to do. Dude, you want to take a page out of something, try that. Punk needs to stop acknowledging people who may be putting out false reports. He makes them more powerful. Just ignore them, bruh, and do you. And then when you do you, those reports will look fucking stupid. All right? Let your actions call out his stupidity, not your goddamn Instagram account.
It's almost as if Brian's co-host there, Mike, whatever his name is, he brought up a good point. He's like, this is ridiculous. I mean, you know, just let the fucking thing play out. They're going to announce United Center, and then they're going to wait and delay it and announce Punk. I mean, they don't want to bust their load in fucking 1 week. So he went on and on and on about these other things, and it's just right there. He made a great point. You're not supposed to know. You're not supposed to know. But in the age of social media, everybody knows.
Yeah.
So if it's out there, like you said, ignore it. Who gives a shit? Show up on the 17th and do your thing.
Yeah. Period, dude. Punk is making this situation worse, trying to paint himself to be a martyr. Punk can act like he does not like being in the center of all these headlines, but his actions prove otherwise. His actions prove. I don't for a second. I don't believe Phil Brooks is not an extremely intelligent man. So everything that I just said over the last 5-10 minutes, Punk knows. He knows that if he's just quiet and let this shit fizzle out and ignore it, it will go away. Then his actions will hinder their credibility. He doesn't want that. He wants the drama and the headlines that we're getting. He's not stupid. He knows if he ignores it, it'll stop. But he knows if he answers it, it'll make it a lot more dramatic and interesting, and shit will be talked about. Because you know what? Some of you need to stop listening to criticism from people that you wouldn't take advice from.
Yeah, apparently there was an email from 2009, 2010. CM Punk took to Instagram to write to Brian Alvarez or write about Brian Alvarez. David Bixenspan included the IG stories in his Twitter account or on his Twitter page. One of the screenshots is an email that Bix says was sent around 2009, 2010. So apparently Punk had been hanging on to this email, bro, for over a decade, and chose today to unleash it. I mean, holy shit, man! Bro, you're hanging on to fucking emails from 2009 as receipts. Holy shit! That's a strong-willed individual there, man. Holy, imagine what else he's got.
I save old emails as well. And if you just star them, then they won't roll off and delete. So if you just search for them, you can find them.
Punk then followed up with a video on his IG stories about fans who take sides with people who they do not know. It was reported earlier in the day by Mike Johnson, the PW Insider, that Punk took issue with AEW not bringing back a steal, and that's the reason why Punk was not included in today's AEW Collision announcement. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Punk is not going to jeopardize his fucking money and his standing in the company to bring back a steal. Give me a fucking break with this shit. So all of this has to do with a fucking email from 2009, 2010. Bro, it's 2023. You're about to be brought back and be given a second chance on the second biggest stage in the wrestling industry. Cut the shit out, man. I mean, really. Give me a fucking break with this shit, man. Pettiness. It's like these wrestlers are children, man. Holy shit.
Extremely, man. You know, I saw I actually did not see everything that Punk released. I was literally looking it up when we contacted each other. But, you know, just taking a glance at it, dude, it just seems just so ridiculously hypocritical of Punk in the way he's going about these things. You know, he wants a fresh start. He wants to do this the right way. He wants a second chance. But now I'm going to go off on the media. What are we doing here?
Yeah, it's only going to give off the vibe of him coming in and doing the same shit all over again. If he's acting this way before he gets there, people are going to anticipate him doing it again.
Exactly, which is my whole fear. I wanted Punk to come back and just say, all right, look. Shit got off to a bad start, got off on the wrong foot, working with all these new guys, you know, different era in wrestling. I got it. I'm chilled out. Let's try this again. And before he steps a foot back in the door, he's right back at the same antics that got him in the position that he's in right now.
Maybe we're all being worked, bro. Maybe Alvarez isn't on the work. I have no fucking clue, man. Maybe
that's always the go-to for wrestling fans. Man.
Yes. Yeah, you're being worked, pal.
Always. That is always the go-to for things that we don't understand. It could just, look, man. I've heard many of different opinions about Punk and his real life demeanor, and I try to just focus on what I see him doing, and from what I can see, I don't like throwing labels out there, but simple enough, Punk just needs to chill and stop paying attention to what the dirt sheets are saying. Very, very simple. He's high enough on the wrestling totem pole where he should not be out there acknowledging all these rumors. Do you see Roman Reigns doing that? You know who needs to be doing that? Wrestlers who are on the lower end of the totem pole, and they could use that kind of bonus exposure. Hey, I'm a mid-carder or lower, and Alvarez has told this lie about me. I'll make it public, make it a big ordeal. I'm being spoken about. Punk doesn't need that bullshit. If Punk takes a piss outside in the alley on State Street, it'll be fucking front headline news tomorrow morning. He doesn't need this exposure. So why is he doing it?
I don't know, man. Yeah, again, you made a good point. You don't see Cody doing this. You don't see Roman doing this. You don't see anybody at that level doing this. Maybe this is all part of his character too. I was thinking maybe he's coming back as an anti-authority fucking AEW heel. I don't know.
He was doing this shit before he left. This is just petty. It's literally it's petty Punk. It's petty Punk. For all the wrong that Alvarez may have said and everything that he did, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to defend Alvarez because, I mean, he's a media personality. He literally gets paid by the click, bro. He gets paid by the click, just like you, just like me. How he goes about getting those clicks is on him. So it can make him dirty in that right. But at the end of the day, he's a media personality, bro. Ignore him. He has to talk shit to make his money. Punk has to wrestle to make his money. Everyone just do their job.
Well, it's going to be really interesting when Punk is at the next media scrum and Alvarez is sitting in the front row. That's where the interesting part's going to be.
Yeah.
But I mean, listen, all the CM Punk news, it is inconsequential. I mean, this shit, he's not going anywhere. He's not leaving. He's not dumping the deal. The deal didn't fall through the cracks. He will be announced. And they didn't announce the United Center tonight. Clearly, they still got some time. We're about a month away. So 4 weeks till the debut of Collision. Why do you want to unleash all this shit when you can just drag it out and anticipate and let the fans wait for this big announcement? So they're doing the right thing as far as marketing and PR is concerned. Next week, Tony Khan says we'll have an announcement as far as location. When the location's announced, and if it's the United Center, I think we can put the fucking puzzle together and figure out that CM Punk is going to be there. Because if doing Chicago, I don't know why Punk is not going to be there after all the fucking months and months and months that we've heard that, oh yeah, they're creating a new show for CM Punk. Why wouldn't he be there?
Well,
Then the whole Samoa Joe thing, he fucking tweeted about it. He Instagrammed him working out to Joe's theme. Come on, man. The seeds are there. They were planted already.
Yeah, well, the thing is, if TK's coming to Chicago for a random show and not like a big name pay-per-view, I mean, he's gonna go out to the suburbs. He's gonna go to Hoffman Estates, or he'll go somewhere else. He would not try to book the United Center for just a random show. He wouldn't, unless he had something huge up his sleeve. So if he has the United Center booked, if it's in fact booked, then yes, Punk is gonna be there, and we know Punk is gonna be there, so we would sell it out.
Yeah, that's more than likely the case here.
Yeah.
Now, the media deal that AEW supposedly was going to get from Warner Brothers Discovery, the $1.5 billion deal that everybody was running with in the news, I didn't think it was ever going to be close to that. I said maybe 750, 800 million, maybe. Some people were going half that, but there was no media rights renewal announcement today. Obviously, everybody from Meltzer to Fightful to all these people picked up this story. PWInsider.com is told by a source at Warner Brothers Discovery that there was never, ever a plan for either side to announce a new deal between AEW and Warner Brothers Discovery. There had been rampant speculation online about a new deal between the two sides being worth $1.5 billion, but beyond that speculation, there had never been any inkling from either AEW or Warner Brothers Discovery that a new rights agreement had been locked in, much less was going to be officially announced today. Once again, this is just like the Saudi Arabia thing with the WWE, them buying WWE. Another story with no basis. Fucking people citing it as exclusive. Their careers are ruined now.
Yep.
And fans ran with that. And it was a fucking complete shit show on social media, man. I remember I was in Atlantic City. And I was at the bar while all this was going on, man. People were legitimately going live based off fucking rumor from these no-name journalists and analysts. I'm like, what are you doing? Nobody knows anything yet. So we're told that there is no announcement expected today or in the future on that front just yet for AEW's new TV rights renewal. Now, I do think that there will be a renewal. It's not going to be for $1.5 billion, and Collision right now is more important. They'll probably save this for the fall. I would assume they save this for after All In. That's my guess.
I could see that. I could see it. I mean, it makes sense. As long as Collision gets off. Look, The important thing here is that we're getting live wrestling every Saturday, right?
Yeah.
As long as we're getting live wrestling every Saturday from AEW, nothing to complain about.
No. I mean, how many things you want to announce at the same fucking time? We got Double or Nothing coming up. We got Forbidden Door coming up. The rumor about the video game being announced that weekend for Forbidden Door is out there now, leaked. It's already being fucking pre-downloaded on Xbox consoles. So the achievements were unlocked as well. Shit's being leaked with that. Then we got All In. Then we got All Out. Then we got Grand Slam. I mean, how much you want announced at one fucking given time? They got to save something. Give me a break. Everybody wants now. I need it now. I need more news now. I need more clicks now. Come on. There's plenty to fucking keep your mind at bay, man. Come on.
Yeah, as long as Collision is not pre-recorded.
Which Fightful did say that there will be a random Collision taping on a Thursday. Sean Ross Sapp actually tweeted that out tonight, that AEW did confirm to him that Collision tapings will occur on Thursdays when necessary, meaning that the show will be taped. Now,
how many taped Dynamites have we had?
None.
Okay. Right.
But Dynamite's not going up against UFC, MLB, NBA, college football, UFC on ESPN, WWE PLEs. There's a lot of competition on Saturday night, bro. So, you know, during those WWE PLEs, I don't think that they're going live, and I don't think that they're loading up those shows, bro, because that's a hefty fucking opponent to go face to face with.
WWE and look, stop calling them PLEs. I hate when you and all these fucktards call it PLEs because WWE said so. It's a fucking pay-per-view. Call it that.
It's a PLE, bro.
Oh my God.
We gotta use the Nick Khan-isms, bro. Come on now. Get with the program.
WWE, dude, what do they have? Fucking 3 or 4 pay-per-views a month? I mean, they used to run, you know, some Saturdays, some Sundays. I don't think they'll ever run another fucking Sunday pay-per-view again now. They'll all be on Saturday, bro.
WWE is running pay-per-view from now on Saturday. Absolutely.
Every time.
I mean, they're already talking about Australia for Labor Day weekend. I mean, give me a break, man. That ain't on purpose.
Yeah. Every Saturday, bro. Every Saturday they can think of.
Stop running national holidays, assholes.
Saturdays. Fuck Sundays. Never another Sunday from WWE.
I'd love to go to Double or Nothing in Vegas, man, if it's not on fucking Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
I'm down 4,000 before I even get on the fucking plane. Holy shit. And by the way, Nick Khan had a meeting with the WWE talent today. Bullshit. Fuck out of here. Don't believe a word out of this guy's mouth, man. He's a fucking con artist, legitimately. Anyway, that's all the news on CM Punk, guys. You wanted it, you got it. I'm sure we'll be discussing more as the week goes on. But Punk, he will be AEW bound. Collision officially announced. One step at a time, please. Don't bust your nut all in one shot, please. Thank you. Anyway, we're going to get into the Dynamite coverage tonight. I want to make sure you guys are in the know, man. Make sure you go check out all the other content on the channel. Plenty of it, man. I got videos in the pipeline coming tomorrow and on Friday. I will not be live for SmackDown on Friday. I will be at the NYC Arena in Queens, New York. House of Glory will be returning to Fight TV. Beware the Fury. Matt Cardona versus Jacob Fatu for the HOG World title. I will be on commentary with the Solid Monster. And it's going to be nice to be back on Fight. So I will be live on Saturday afternoon at noon to cover SmackDown. Just so you guys are wondering, if there's no SmackDown, I'll be on Saturday afternoon. And an update on the limited edition, limited exclusive, timed exclusive shirt that we got, man. The Legend of JD from NY. You guys are right now going crazy with that. We got 40 shirts left. So if you guys want to get in on this, I believe the cutoff, I was told today, is going to be Friday. So if you guys want to get your shirt, you're going to have until Friday to get it. And I'd love to sell out the rest of the stock before Friday. So make sure you guys go check that out and get your shirt. So make sure you guys go check that out. I would really appreciate it. Go check out Jesse on social media at Chi-Town Smark on Twitter. I'm JD from NY206 on Twitter. Also, me and my guy Andrew Baydala, we will be live on Tuesday, I believe, if my guy Salrex can finish the artwork and get those layouts done. We have a brand new show coming on Tuesdays called Tuesday Night Titans. TNT for sure. We'll be discussing pro wrestling, and it's going to be a very adult-like, topical conversation show. So if you guys want some more pro wrestling on your Tuesday nights when you're not getting it from NXT, you guys know where to be, man. Tuesday nights right here on Off the Script.
You said adult-like?
Yes.
Is Drew going to use harsh language like doohickey or malarkey?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. He's gonna be.
Crossover?
Yeah. Drew will drop an F-bomb here and there if it's really necessary. Yeah.
Okay.
Not like me where it's every other fucking word. There you go.
I'm there. I gotta see this one.
Anyway, that's Tuesday, so make sure you guys tune into that. And please hit that thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Let's try for 1,000 likes on today's AEW Dynamite post. Super chats are open. Get them on in. And memberships, we are always open, man. The VIP club is always open. Get those memberships in if you want to be a part of this fine community. Jesse, while I get my link for the t-shirt so I can post it for the fine people in the chat, why don't you go over what you got going on your side of things?
Guys, as you all know, I am diving into the Impact Zone, man. I am going to see if I can find what I've been looking for on Dark and ROH, which is just storyline I can sink my teeth into. So I'm covering Impact every week. I have something else in the works. I have another show in the works for Impact. Follow me on my channel and on my Twitter page, and I will unveil that extremely soon. I'm kind of happy about this new project because it's going to help me get into the Impact storylines a little bit more. So keep in touch, and I will do the same.
There you go. Go follow Jesse on social and go check out the channel as well. He's got some good stuff going on over there. Dynamite, speaking of good stuff, man, we had a lot of good stuff tonight on AEW Dynamite as the Double or Nothing build continues. And we start tonight's festivities off with the one and only TNT champion, Wardlow. Bro, you made mention of it. I know I was thinking the same thing tonight when I seen Wardlow come out. What the fuck was he wearing, bro? I legitimately thought he was out of shape with the way the clothes were fitting him, bro. I mean, holy shit. Who dresses him?
It looked like he stole Stokely Hathaway's outfit.
It looked like he raided fucking Urkel's closet, bro. What the fuck was he wearing?
It looked like he bought everything 3 sizes too small.
Man, that was not a good look for Wardlow, man. I'll tell you that right now, man. Bro, what are you doing, man? Come on. But can we get pants that fit this guy? Seriously? Bro, and then he's wearing the loafers with no socks, man. I can't stand that. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, Wardlow's out there. He's got the TNT title with him. And he said he didn't even want to stay in the ring with Christian last week. Excalibur said Christian claims he'd say those words straight to his face. Fans chanted, Wardlow, Wardlow. And Wardlow said Christian made promises last week that he wants to see him live up to. He told him to put on his tiny little jacket and come to the ring and spit in my face.
He's one to talk about.
Tiny little jacket, man.
He had the nerve.
Reminds me of Tommy Boy, man. Fat guy in a little coat.
He had the nerve to talk about someone else wearing small clothes on this night.
Man. Christian walked out with Luchasaurus. Obviously, this is a 2-on-1 situation. Christian stood face-to-face with Wardlow in the ring and trash-talked him away from the microphone. He says he doesn't have what it takes to stay champion. So he wound up to spit in his face, but Wardlow grabbed him by the throat, blocked it, and Luchasaurus then started brawling with Wardlow. Wardlow and Luchasaurus went back and forth. Wardlow turned to Christian to set up a powerbomb, but Wardlow was taken out. Christian gave Wardlow a low blow from behind because Luchasaurus was there stopping the powerbomb. Luchasaurus then chokeslammed Wardlow onto a ladder that was leaning in the corner. Christian then gave Wardlow a kill switch onto the ladder. So we got ladders involved here, and we got the TNT title. You put the two in a pot, you mix it up, bro. We got a ladder match looming with Christian and Wardlow for the TNT Championship at Double or Nothing. I can't say that I'm not interested in that, because a ladder match for something like this is always interesting. And Christian is the master of ladder matches, so who knows what he's capable of. Wardlow, he's not... I don't think Wardlow's going to be afraid of using a ladder at any height either, so it should be an entertaining match. And the one thing that you and I complained about, bro, is that there wasn't enough substance. It was just like week to week to week, and there was no real progression for anything. At least there's some sort of progression here with Wardlow and Christian Cage, where it's leading to a match, a stipulation. It's been weeks of build, and I can't really say I mind it, bro. I think it's great.
It is, and I'll give him this much: it's better than Wardlow coming out and facing another, random jobber.
Yeah,
he can't. I mean, and rather than coming out facing the jobber and then grabbing the mic and start talking, no. He came out in street clothes, sorta, and he called out Christian Cage. That's a better approach than throwing in more jobbers. We don't need to see enhancement talent for the champion right about now.
No, and it's always great when you got a great heater in Christian Cage to work off of, too, because he's going to get the crowd riled up, and that, by default, is going to really kind of rub on Wardlow, and it's going to make Wardlow look good. Because God forbid he needs some fucking babyface heat from the crowd, and he's got Christian to feed off of, which is a great thing. He's been given this great Christian Cage character to work with. Hopefully he makes the most of it.
I hope so. I hope so.
We got the opening match, Christian and Wardlow, TNT title, ladder match. That was the opening of the show. We go right into the opening tag team match. It was Orange Cassidy, who's the international champion, starting a Dynamite off as usual. And Darby Allin, they teamed up against Lee Moriarty and Big Bill, who are no longer the Firm. They are just Big Bill and Lee Moriarty. The Firm has been deleted.
Oh, he still got Big Bill, though.
They still got Big Bill. This was actually a pretty decent open. Crowd was pretty hot for this. Darby Allin, he's in that Fatal 4-Way Pillars match for the AEW World title. I'll mention that in a second because we've seen all of the other pillars on this show tonight. Some in matches. Sammy Guevara, not really in anything. I mean, I think he got the good end of the stick. The other two got the short end of the stick. But this was a decent open here, man. Crowd was into it. And Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin get a nice little victory here. It went about 10 minutes. And speeding up towards the end of this thing, because it was just a regular tag team match, nothing really crazy. Moriarty jumped in after a satellite DDT to Big Bill by Orange Cassidy. He applied his Border City stretch. Cassidy escaped. Moriarty was set up in the corner. Allin and Cassidy hit a double superplex. As they got to their feet, they were knocked down by a Big Bill double clothesline. So then we got a Stun Dog Millionaire into a code red by Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin on Big Bill. Moriarty was planted with a beach break and then a coffin drop. And to send a message to MJF, Darby Allin applied a side headlock pinning combination on Lee Moriarty and got the pin off of the side headlock to play off of Darby and MJF's history there. So it was a pretty fun opening match, and I would not mind seeing the team of Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy again, but they got some momentum going into Double or Nothing, and fun little open here.
Yeah, it was cool. The match was great. Moriarty is very, very underrated.
But no character.
No character, and I was just getting ready to say, I mean, he just... And I don't even want to say he doesn't have any charisma, because I wouldn't say that. He has charisma. He just has no character right now.
No.
He needs some kind of gimmick. He doesn't need to be heavy in gimmick. You don't got to put him in the fucking House of Black, nothing like that. But just give him something more than what he's giving him right now. Same thing for Big Bill. My God, start by giving him a new name.
Big William.
something. I mean, man, be creative with it. But that tag team might have some legs to it, man. The tag division needs to be revamped, and I don't see anything wrong with Big Bill and Lee Moriarty entering the tag division on a serious level.
I'm telling you, man, I still like the idea or the prospect of bringing in Enzo and putting him back with Morrissey. I really do. Or Kaz XL or whatever the fuck you want to call him.
I put that in the same scenario with Punk. Like, if we can get him back with only the great things that he would bring to the company, great. But if we start going off the rails into everything that brings the negativity on, then it's not worth it. You know? I mean, if we get Enzo on his best behavior, perfect. Good. Then I'm all for it. You know, but if he's not matured since his last time we seen him in a major company, then no, forget it.
But you're right. The tag team division needs to be revamped. It could work out as a team. We'll see what happens. But I'd like to see more of Morrissey on television for sure. I think he's got a great look, and I think he could be a valuable asset to AEW.
Absolutely.
Marvez, he approached the Young Bucks backstage in the parking garage for an update on Kenny Omega. Matt said physically he's beat up, but he'll be okay. He said mentally, that's a whole nother issue. The Blackpool Combat Club then started to surround the Bucks like sharks, and they attacked. Claudio slammed Nick onto the hood of a Dodge Ram, and they beat up Matt. Mox stood on his head. Mox grabbed the camera and says, they are the only elite in this business. This was great. I love shit like this happening out of nowhere. I think it's great fuel for the feud. More of this, please. I think this was a great segment.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Blackpool Combat Club is doing what they want when they want. And
very Shield-esque.
Yes, I mean, very much so. And that unpredictability, as we've seen with the Shield in their debut, that unpredictability is always a good thing. It's always a good thing. I mean, the one thing that all wrestling fans hate is monotony. The same goddamn thing. Orange Cassidy opens the show for a title defense. We get tired of that. So if we go through a show when we start saying shit like, oh, damn, didn't see that coming, it's a good thing. And BCC kind of brings that. So I like that.
David Ortiz in the chat said, I heard Big Bill and Hangman had a fire match on AEW's house show this past weekend. Good. That's exactly what needs to happen. Get those reps in. Next time we see it on TV, we know that we're in for a banger match.
Yes.
Love it. Renee Paquette was backstage getting an update on Wardlow, who was getting iced by the trainer. Arn Anderson walked in. He took the ice pack from Wardlow, threw it against the wall, and said that he should have been out there. Wardlow told Arn that he asked him to stay in the back specifically for this reason. Arn says he's been around long enough not to need protection. Arn says he's seen what they'll do, so now what is he prepared to do? Wardlow said he's prepared to beat him at his own game. He says he'll give him a title shot in a ladder match at Double or Nothing. Great. Should be fun.
Bro, if you have a manager that you're scared to bring to the ring with you, it might be time to start thinking about a new manager.
Well, maybe Wardlow cares about the elderly, bro. I don't know.
If you have a manager,
I mean, who's really going to? I mean, Arn's Glock is a devastating move, bro. I don't know why he wouldn't want him out there.
He's got a Glock. I mean, Wardlow's looking like he's acting like Macho Man trying to protect Miss Elizabeth. Oh, you stay in the back. Yeah, stay in the back. Keeps her locked up in the locker room. Arn is a grown man with a Glock.
I don't know. He wasn't out there. He'll be out there for the ladder match, though, I'll tell you that. Orange Cassidy was backstage. He was interviewed by Renee Paquette. She asked about being attacked by Kyle Fletcher. I guess this happened on Rampage. He says, there are a lot of people who want a title shot at his international title, so anyone interested should go ask Tony Khan for a title match at Double or Nothing. Open challenge for the international title. I think he could do whatever he wants with the title, man. I think it's been a pretty successful run for OC here.
I legitimately confused this title with the TNT title earlier, but it seems like they are laying down the groundwork for Orange to drop that title. He's run down. He's defended it night in and night out. through these long, drug-out matches. He's taking a beating. His body is sore. I think they're laying the groundwork for him to go ahead and drop that title, though.
To who? I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I said this last week. I think they're pretty much getting you primed and ready for him taking the title to as high as he can. He's defended it with honor, and his body's eventually going to break, man. You've seen it in his matches. He's been not off, but there's been little inklings of like, oh, man, Orange Cassidy almost lost that. Oh, it was a close 2 count, 3 count. You know, so they have been definitely planting seeds about potentially him dropping that title, but it needs to go to somebody that actually makes sense. And somebody that's deserving and that's going to keep up the same type of momentum and consistency with Orange Cassidy and what he's doing with it now. I don't want to see it defended on open challenges every fucking week, but I'd like to see it revolve around some sort of story.
So I can see Orange dropping that title to a massive heel that is going to literally just pummel him. He's just gonna beat this shit out of him, and then I can see Orange taking some time off from this run that he just went through.
Now, the report from Fightful said that title holders are excluded from this potential brand split that's happening. This hard brand split. I don't agree with that. I think titles should be brand exclusive. I think the TNT title should be on TNT. I think the TBS title should be on TBS. Being that these two shows are on different networks and they're the A and B show for the company, I think the TNT title needs to be on Collision. I think the international title should go to Dynamite. I think Jade Cargill with the TBS title should go to Dynamite. And, you know, like we said last week, Jesse, the tag team titles or the trios titles, whichever show you want to put them on, you know, either AEW, Dynamite, or Collision. I think there should be brand exclusive titles. I think it makes the brand split that much more meaningful.
Yeah, I think for booking reasons, they're going to keep it that way. I mean, it creatively, it's easier when you're not pigeonholed like that. So that's why they're doing it.
Yeah, but it also gives talent on both of those shows to actually shine.
Oh, I know.
And it would feel a little bit more, I would say, confined as well as a booking scenario. Like you should, I think it would be easier if you got one title to worry about, secondary title to worry about on a show with a roster that you know is going to be dedicated to that show. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. But the problem that creatively they would come into is after a while, your champions have beat everyone.
Well, you got to write stories and not blow through matches every week. Wow.
Yeah. After a while, they will have gone through everyone. So it'll be easy for the first half year or so, but after a while, they'll be looking around like we're repeating shit, and we got a fresh matchup over here on the other brand. So I think that's why they're doing it. It's easier to keep storylines fresh that way.
I know. Tony Khan is a little trigger happy with, I got to get this match on TV. The fans are going to love it.
Yep.
Story, please. Some sort of story. We don't need fucking dream matches every week.
Slow down.
Sammy Guevara, he's in the ring. He went one-on-one against Optimus Prime. Is that what his name was? Optimus Prime?
No.
Am I close?
Nah, not close, man.
Nah. Megatron? Starscream?
Close.
Soundwave?
You're getting there.
Who was this guy's name? Exodus Prime.
There you go.
Oh, man. I know an Exodus. One of my favorite bands is Exodus from San Francisco, man. Thrash metal in the 80s. One of the big four. One of the big four, man. Coming out of that little Bay Area, see you with Metallica and Slayer and all them fucking guys. Exodus Prime, bro. He lasted 30 seconds with Sammy Guevara.
I went down to send a tweet and looked up. I missed the whole match. I'm not even exaggerating. Not kidding.
Maybe Tony Khan should have called up Optimus Prime.
Missed the whole match. I fail to understand why Sammy Guevara needs a talent enhancement match. I think we're just starting to get away from the reason for these enhancement matches. Why?
Oh, man.
You know, I don't get it, man.
Autobots, roll out. Oh, man. Oh, man, listen, man. My favorite cartoon as a child, man, was Transformers. You're going to pop me with the Autobots, roll out. Oh, man.
This Autobot got a TV spot, man. How many people?
Listen, it's a cool name. It's a cool name, man. But he looked like he was fucking right out of Jobber Academy, bro. I mean, what the fuck?
How many people on the AEW roster would kill for a TV spot like this? Why are we giving it to enhancement talent?
I don't know. I'd love to know. Listen, no problem against Sammy. Had an easy night, man. Easy payday. He gets to go home to Tay. It's a good night for him, right? Why did Sammy get Optimus Prime here and fucking poor Jungle Boy got Roosh?
Yeah,
How
Roosh.
is that fucking fair?
What kind of shit is this?
Holy shit!
Jungle
Boy nearly fucking died tonight, and this guy got Optimus Prime in 30 seconds.
Anyone. Just give me... Where's Lee Johnson?
I don't know.
Put Lee Johnson in the ring with Sammy for fucking 5 to 10 minutes.
And where is Lee Johnson, man? That's a good question. Maybe we should ask Julia.
I don't know. I'm not asking Julia shit.
I don't know.
Nope.
Exodus Prime lasted 30 seconds. GTH, goodbye. I wonder who Exodus Prime's favorite Transformer is. Maybe we should ask them. Maybe we should get somebody on that interview.
Darby got the shit beat out of him. Jungle Boy had to deal with Roosh. And here comes this fucking Sammy trying to play babyface in Texas. He gets a 5-second jobber match. And now he wants to shake hands and smile. And what the fuck are we doing here?
You guys are bringing back fucking Transformer days, man. Grimlock. Me, Grimlock, here to save Autobots.
The fuck, man?
Oh, man.
Ratchet.
Holy shit, man. Fucking crazy. Why is my computer fucking activated? It's like my mouse goes dead and then all of a sudden... Ah, God. Anyway, this next segment was Jesse's favorite, man. Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, Satnam Singh, and Sanjay Dutt. Oh, my goodness, man.
Hey, you want to see the whole background? Check it out.
Oh, who's that handsome guy? Why do I look so old, bro?
Oh, that's salt and pepper.
Why is
man.
there
Look
so
at
much gray in my beard, bro?
it. Look at your camera.
Give me a break. Well, I don't have that much gray in my beard. we gotta fucking get that artist to do a new rendition of that, man. Holy shit. Anyway, this was actually not bad, bro. I'm gonna admit to you, you might block me for this, but I didn't think this was a bad segment. I did not think this was a bad segment. We got Jay Lethal, Jeff Jarrett, and yeah, I know, yeah. FTR came out to attack them. Dax, bro, shoved Satnam off the stage through a fucking plethora of tables down below, man. Those tables exploded when he went through them, did Satnam. All of a sudden, we get in the ring, and they're all brawling in the ring around the outside of the ring, and then we get in the ring, bro. All of a sudden, Dax is about to get involved with Jeff Jarrett, and Karen Jarrett makes her AEW debut, enters the ring, and gives Dax a low blow. And Cash a low blow. Jarrett at this point gave Dax his stroke finish. Satnam recovered. He came back to the ringside area, got in the ring, and he double chokeslammed FTR. And then they got guitars and smashed them both over FTR's head, man. So both Dax and Cash had signature guitars given to them tonight, and they got blasted in the head with the guitars. Oh, look, Oscar is on my podcast. Oscar, how you doing, honey? Seriously, how you doing? Oh my goodness. Oscar, listen, what happened to the clown makeup? Is Vince McMahon really in charge? What happened there? Why are you wrestling Bianca Belair at Night of Champions again? I thought we just seen this at WrestleMania. What's going on there with the creative in the women's division, Oscar? Wow, that's all you got, man. What an interview, man. Holy shit. This is great, man. Oscar, when is your contract up? Can we see you leave WWE in the near future? No. Oh, my God, man. More mist. What color mist are you going to have next week, Oscar? Blue, green, red? What is it going to be? Orange? What is it going to be? Oh, man. Look at that, man. Oscar. Goodbye, Oscar. I'll see you on Monday night, bro. Thank you for showing up on the podcast. Oh, man, look at that. You never know who's going to show up here.
Oscar.
Man.
Hey.
Oscar was here. Clucky. Right?
Asuka.
Oh, my God. Karen Jarrett.
Oh my God. That was extremely interesting. Asuka was here during that segment. That's great.
That's crazy,
stuff.
man. I didn't realize that you had that type of connection, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, well, the Empress of Tomorrow showed up tonight, man.
Wow. Look at that.
Dunk it.
Look at that.
Is it time for the next segment?
We're getting up there, man. We're gonna be the next Fightful. Look at this. We got interviews lined up, man. We're shilling for interviews. Wow.
Live.
Anyway, what did you think about this segment, bro? I mean, this added some heat to the tag team title match, a double or nothing, no?
Bro, should I call Asuka back in here, man?
I don't know. Who else you got? You got maybe we get Ronda. You got Ronda Rousey.
No, that's it. That woman is yours.
Oh yeah. Maybe we get Becky. Want to get Becky on here?
No hobbits.
You don't want Becky?
No.
Why?
No hobbits.
My precious.
Oh God.
Anyway, we got this tag team title match. I mean, FTR's not losing this thing at the pay-per-view. I mean, it's a nice little angle here. Mark Briscoe's going to be the special guest referee. There'll probably be some shenanigans. It wasn't bad. I thought this actually added some decent heat to the match that right now I don't really have any interest in.
Decent heat.
Decent
Get to
heat.
the next segment, man.
Guevara. We forgot to cover Guevara's promo, bro. It wasn't really all that new for Guevara, but he addressed Austin, Texas, where they were tonight. He says
His babyface promo. Apparently, Austin didn't get the message that Sammy was a hometown guy. They were kind of like, hey. All right.
he said he remembers the good times and the bad times and the drama driving up and down the indie circuit in Texas, and that brought me to where I am today. He acknowledged that he's made a lot of mistakes. He said fans have watched him grow up in front of their eyes. Sometimes it takes a few wrong turns to find the right place. He said the right place is Las Vegas on May 28th when he can shut up the naysayers. He said he listens to what is in his heart, and his heart says he will be the AEW World Champion at the end of Double or Nothing. It's a good promo.
Yeah.
Babyface Sammy, I don't know if I can get behind that, man. I like heel Sammy.
Yeah, like I said, he is heel Sammy. It's like for some. I think I got what it is here. I mean, they're using this hometown thing in Texas to help push this narrative, but maybe they're trying to have Sammy lean babyface. We can go back to full heel Sammy at the match and do some Sammy shit, because this makes no sense. He wants to shake hands and let's just dethrone, and then MJF is mad. He's beating the shit out of Renee and all this other shit. So I think it's all another swerve here. Yeah,
maybe. I mean, when he's a babyface and goes into the babyface mode, I feel like he's missing something. I don't know. It doesn't come off as genuine. When he's a heel, it comes off as genuine, because that's what I just think he does better. He projects the heel character better. I don't know.
He didn't come out with Tay. God knows that's massive heat right there.
Yeah.
He's trying to lean babyface just so we can pull off a plan with MJF. So we'll see.
As far as Karen Jarrett, I don't know if she's going to be brought in full time to be with Jeff Jarrett. I hope not, because it's just more TNA than I really care to see on my television on Wednesday night. You know, we won't talk about it. We won't talk about it no more.
More Jarretts. We want less Jarrett, and they give us more Jarrett.
I will say this.
Do they have any fucking kids that are wrestling?
I will say this, man. The mashup of Jarrett and Jay Lethal's theme, man, I actually like it, man. I think it's a banger.
Shout out to Mikey Ruckus.
Yes. Speaking of themes, the Outcasts, I for some reason, man, I think their entrance is great, man. I love the new change in theme music that they've been coming out to, man. That the nice little theme they got. I think it's a very good theme for them.
I honestly didn't even hear it. I didn't even pay attention to it.
Yeah, they've had this theme for a few weeks now, but I've wanted to just point that out. I really enjoy their theme. I think it's a good theme. Darby was backstage before the Outcast wrestled. He said he got his win earlier, and it was a message for MJF. Sammy walked in and says that they have a history, but he respects him. He said Darby told him if he's ever going to become a world champion, he needs to stop being a follower. He said at Double or Nothing, he won't lay down for MJF, and he won't make it easy for any of his opponents. He said one of them has to take the title from MJF. Darby then said, "Nay, the best man win." Paint by the number stuff. You know, I don't know. There's not really much they can do, man. We got, a week till the pay-per-view?
10 days.
10 days. The Outcasts, Tony Storm and Ruby Soho with Saraya against Hikaru Shida and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
This match was sponsored by Tony Brown, man.
Hi, Britt. How you doing?
Hi,
honey?
Brittany.
Good week this week. T-shirt sales are up. I see. That's great. Good. Adam Cole was on the show tonight. Always great to see Adam Cole, man. He was doing some gardening with Chris Jericho tonight. Awesome. It's great. Yeah, we're assholes. Listen, man. Entertaining show. That's what we do here.
Yeah, man. It's all good.
This was not bad, man. There was actually some heat to this match with the crowd. The crowd was into this.
No, it's actually a really good match.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
It's always the tag team matches with the ladies, man. They're always very good.
Yeah, I'm just so over everything these women are doing because they're doing it to each other week in and week out. This week they just added in Shida. Yeah. I'm kind of concerned for our champion, man. Is Jamie all right? Is she actually hurt?
Well, she got announced for the pay-per-view, so I'm sure she is.
Oh, I hope so, man.
Yeah, they announced her and Tony Storm for the title.
All right.
Which I don't really mind.
No. I mean, more the same. I mean, these same circle of women have been facing each other like there's just nothing else to do. In some variation or another, we're getting the Outcast versus Jamie and Britt Baker.
I don't know where we're going. I mean, where are we going with this? What is the end goal here? What is the end result? Are the Outcasts going to win the title? Is that what it's all about?
There's no one in the Outcast over enough to carry that title.
I thought they wanted to take over the division. You can't take over the division if you ain't the world champion, right?
No. And why don't they focus on Jade? They only want to focus. I mean, what are we doing there?
Who?
They have to get away from each other, man. I'm so tired of seeing these same circle of women feud each other over and over, and it's going nowhere.
Jade. Cargill. You mean Jade Cargill. Okay.
At this point, it'll be something different. It'll be something different, man. Jamie Hayter, Britt Baker, Saraya, Tony Storm, and Ruby Soho, they've been attached by the hip for fucking what seems like years at this point. We're over it. Move on to do something else.
Who else is there to feud with?
I don't know. That's the fucking problem.
That's the problem.
I don't know.
This was Shida's first match since December. It's
it?
May.
She took some time off.
So
Jade's out there getting ready to throw out open challenges, and there's like 5 of these women sitting there with no title. They don't even give a shit.
Listen, man, I thought the match at the pay-per-view was going to be a 6-woman tag team match, and we got the one-on-one match announced for the pay-per-view. So this was actually pretty decent of a tag team match. Storm and Soho tried to get the one-up on Shida here, who immediately then turned the tables and suplexed both ladies into the corner. Storm was sent to the outside. Shida connected with a missile dropkick. Enziguri by Shida on Storm led to a tag to Britt Baker. She took it to Storm with a big ripcord elbow. Saraya, causing some havoc on the outside, tripped up Britt, which allowed Storm to hit a charging hip attack to the floor, somewhere Tony Brown was smiling, as Saraya got in some cheap shots there behind the referee's back. Baker was then being beaten down. They were getting some heel heat on DMD, and she came back, hit a charging neck breaker, doubled down. Shida and Soho made tags. They went at it. Shida won with some right hands and started giving out right hands to everybody, even clocked Saraya with one. Shida followed with a crossbody to the floor on all of the Outcasts to the outside. And we got a big kick that sent Storm to the floor as Soho was planted with a Falcon Arrow by Shida. Shida hit a Meteora off the top on Soho. It did not look pretty, but effective. Storm broke up the cover there. Baker stacked Storm and Soho, hit a big neck breaker and a DDT combo for a near fall. Soho was then able to avoid a lockjaw into a no future, but as Storm made the tag, Britt connected with an air raid crash. Saraya then was trying to distract again. This time, it allowed Tony to spray Britt in the eyes with the spray paint, and she went right for Storm 0, and the Outcasts steal a victory. So Storm and Soho get the victory, and Storm is getting the title match at the pay-per-view against Jamie Hayter for the AEW Women's title, and they cited, Jesse, that Toni Storm has won 4 of her last 5 matches, and that's why she's getting the title match.
All right.
I mean, it's going to be a banger. I mean, the last time they wrestled was a banger. So, I mean, as long as the pay-per-view's got consistency and quality to what's going on, bro, I don't really mind it. I mean, I would love to know where the fuck they're going with this storyline, but...
Yeah. So, Jamie Hayter and Tony Storm are gonna legitimately beat the shit out of each other. These are two no-nonsense fucking women. They fucking hit hard, and they take bumps. So I don't expect anything but a banger of a match. But it kind of falls into the same category of for watching a match with no story behind it. Granted, yes, this match has story behind it, but my God, is this story a revolving fucking door or what, man?
It is. I don't know where they're going with it. I really don't.
Yeah.
What's the end goal? If they lose this match, what's the end goal? Where do they go from here? Nowhere.
Right back into the same feud again.
Bunch of losers.
Yeah. Get more spray paint.
Renee was backstage with Orange Cassidy, and Renee said that there were 20 men who went to go knock on Tony Khan's office in regards to the open challenge for the international title. Cassidy said, whoa, that's a lot of people. So let's make it 21. 21-man blackjack battle royal for the international title at Double or Nothing. Cassidy offered Renee a spot in the match, and she turned him down. Renee does not want the international title.
Not yet.
Not yet. So, I don't know, man. The title's going to be on the line in the Battle Royal. Man, TK really doesn't want to beat Orange Cassidy one-on-one, man. He's got to drop the title in a Battle Royal with 20 other guys.
If he doesn't, if Orange comes out of that a winner, which that's fine. I can see it. He needs to lose very, very, very soon after it. I mean, because he just beat the shit. He's exhausted and can't take it anymore. He can't keep barreling through people.
Oh, he can.
He can't. He got to stop this. You got to stop this, dude.
This is TK we're talking about, bro. He's his favorite wrestler on the roster.
All right.
Tony Khan, another backstage pre-tape segment by TK. Said it was great to be back in Austin, Texas. Today's been one of the greatest days in AEW history. He said at the Warner Brother Discovery up fronts, they announced the launch of AEW Collision. He plugged the July dates in Canada for Collision, followed by July 22nd in Newark, New Jersey. And he said it'll be a hot ticket all summer. He said next week he will announce when the premiere events, or where the event will take place, rather, where the premiere event will take place, as it's rumored to be the United Center. The dates for Collision, June 24, obviously after the 17th, locations to be announced. June 24, Toronto. June 29th in Hamilton, Ontario. That's a Thursday taping, by the way. Saturday, July 8th in Regina. Vagina.
No, that's not what they said.
He said Regina.
Yes.
He didn't say vagina. Even though it sounded like he said vagina, but he said Regina.
Fucking grow up.
Saturday, July 22nd in Newark, New Jersey. Listen, man, I'm only repeating what he said, man. I don't know. And he took like a half a second and said, he knew he's fucked up. He knew he said, I don't know why they didn't edit that out. Like, Tony, can you redo that again? It's Regina, right? Regina.
It's probably Regina. It's Canadian, bro.
Who knows? Who knows, man?
It's Canadian.
Hey.
No disrespect to our Canadian.
No, I may be up there. I don't know. I don't want to disrespect my Canadian folk up there. Collision. We'll be live on Saturdays for Collision. Roderick Strong. He went one-on-one with Chris Jericho. This is a Falls Count Anywhere match. This was actually very good. This was like a pay-per-view quality Falls Count Anywhere match. This lived up to the billing for sure. They were all over the place.
Roderick Strong is so good.
He is. Got a great theme. Everybody loves the theme. And Strong attacked early with some chops. Jericho's chest was beat red from this. Charging forearms. Jericho still had his jacket on, and Strong was just beating the shit out of him. So Jericho started a chop battle with Roddy. I don't know if that's smart, bro. You don't want to start a chop battle with Roderick Strong.
Ask Brian, bro.
He took Jericho down with a big slam. More chops back and forth. Strong was then sent to the apron by Jericho. Strong avoided a springboard from Jericho. into a slam on the apron. We're back in the ring here. Strong nearly got the end of Heartache immediately on Jericho, but Jericho counted into the walls of Jericho. He got a rope break, and it's a false count anywhere match. I don't know if there's a fucking rope break in the match. There's no rules. But they start going to the outside. They start brawling into the crowd, and Jericho goes rib first into the railing, and they start brawling into the crowd. Jericho slams Strong through a table. Both men fought into a stairwell, fighting into like the mezzanine section. And there was a sea of people in the concessions area. Strong was throwing some plastic fucking utensils at Jericho. He threw ice cream at Jericho's face. I didn't know what was all over his face. I believe it was ice cream. It was in his hair. It was on his face. So, Mr. Softy, Shivani mentioned Mr. Softy, and it's all over Jericho's face and hair. Jericho dug into the trash can to clean his face, bro, with fucking papers in the trash can. That's how fucking disgusted it was. That's how disgusted he was about having a fucking Mr. Softy ice cream all over his face. Which, I don't know, man. It's kind of, questionable there about reaching into a trash can to pull out some foreign fucking papers, man. Who knows? Strong is bleeding from the shoulder at this point, and then they went out of the arena, and, nobody was supposed to interfere in this match, so this was all set up, I'm assuming, by Roddy. Adam Cole was waiting outside the arena where he appeared right behind Jericho, and they were fighting in front of the building, and there was this little pile of dirt with some bushes and whatnot, and that's where they brawled. Cole gave him the boom on the dirt pile in front of the building. Strong followed with a big jumping knee. Aubrey was out there to make the pin. 1, 2, 3, and Roddy beats Chris Jericho with the assist from Bay Bay. There was even a part in this match where they brawled in a stairwell, and they were brawling on like the little partition on the staircase in the fucking stairwell. Very good match. I thought this was quite entertaining. Yeah. Pay-per-view level by both of these guys, and the addition of Adam Cole sneaking up behind Jericho to get some sort of revenge here was a great touch.
Yeah, I knew when they said it was a falls count anywhere, and everyone was banned from the arena. I knew it was going outside.
Yeah.
I'm right away. Like, I didn't know who was going to show up outside because everybody was banned, but I knew somebody was going to. That's why they were going out something. Like, here we go. Who's going to show up? Who's going to show up? Like, Adam Cole. Here we go. All right. This match was fun, though, man.
Very fun.
Very, very, very fun. We don't get matches like this all the time, so when we get them and they nail them like this, I enjoy it, man. Good times.
Roosh. He went one-on-one with Jungle Boy Jack Perry. Now, Jack Perry got Roosh. Darby got a tag team match with Big Bill and Lee Moriarty. And Sammy Guevara got Optimus Prime. How is this fair? How is this fair tonight? Like, who chose these matches, man? They randomly pick fucking opponents out of a hat? Yeah, you get Roosh. Give me a fucking break, man. Jungle Boy got his ass kicked tonight.
You gotta fucking beat the shit.
Holy shit, man. If there's one guy I do not want to be in the ring with, it's Roosh. The guy wrestles like he's out for fucking murder every time he's in the ring.
He was in rare form tonight, man.
You know, man, I'd love to see Roosh versus Gunther, man. Imagine them going at it. Holy shit. I think Roosh would fucking end up killing himself.
No, I want to see Gunther versus Roddy Strong.
That could be a good one, too.
That's what I want to see. Have they fought? Did they fight before?
I don't know. I think there was a story way back when that Roddy requested to go over to NXT UK to wrestle Walter at the time, and they didn't allow it to happen.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Probably for the best. Jesus Christ.
I mean.
Oh, God.
Roosh is the same way, man. Holy shit. This guy is fucking vicious. So he's out there. And Roosh shoved Jungle Boy over the top rope seconds into the match, started chopping the shit out of him. The way he was throwing him into the barricade, bro, he had a fistful of Jungle Boy's hair, and Roosh was legitimately, it's like he had red in his eyes, man, throwing Jungle Boy into the barricade like he wanted to fucking throw him through it.
He was very fucking stiff tonight. I noticed that too. Roosh was very stiff tonight.
So Jose was holding up a sign that said, Roosh is greater than Jack Perry. We go to commercial break. We're back from break, and Jack Perry began to fight back after the beating that Roosh was giving him. Roosh stopped him with a jumping knee. Jungle Boy fired back with a drop kick. He got fired up, starting to make a babyface comeback. Jungle Boy headbutted Roosh on the top rope and then head scissored him down. Jose grabbed Jungle Boy's boot. Roosh charged in. Jack Perry counted into a snare trap. Roosh crawled to the bottom rope and forced a rope break. So now they're on the ring apron. Roosh wiped his hand over Perry's blood. He started bleeding and then licked his hand and rubbed the blood on his chest. And you mean to tell me this guy's not a sick motherfucker? Holy shit. Roosh threw a charging Jungle Boy off the apron. Perry, bro, he tucked his head as he flipped, barely made the fucking cut here, man. If this was a millisecond off, Jungle Boy's career would be over.
Bro, I thought he was done.
He grazed the side of his head as he landed on the floor, bro. I'm like, holy shit. Jungle Boy's career was saved by a fucking eyelash off this move.
I had to stop and go back to check. I thought his career was over. That was the closest landing that could have ended Jungle Boy's career that he's ever faced. Dude, that was insane. I'm so happy he didn't land on his head right there.
I may have to go watch it back. I only watched it in real time. And they didn't even show a replay of it. They just did a close-up of Roosh, and he was fucking like gloating to the crowd. Like, really, bro? You almost fucking killed the poor guy.
Dude, the ref was in the ring when it happened. The ref got out there so goddamn fast. I thought he was doing a fucking tope. He just, holy shit.
Crazy.
Yeah, man. Is he okay?
So back in the ring, Roosh stood on Jungle Boy's chest and got a 2 count. Very nonchalant cover. Roosh beat up Perry in the corner. Ref started to push back. Roosh shoved the ref. Did not get DQ'd, but he should have because he put his hands on the referee. Jack Perry rolled Roosh up for a 1-2-3 as Roosh was yelling at the referee, so he got a flash victory, bro, here after getting his ass beat for about 8 minutes in this match. So, like I said, man, Darby got a tag, Guevara got a jobber, and Jungle Boy almost got killed. How is that fair? TK, what are we doing here, bro? We choosing straws? We picking straws? What are we doing? We playing rock, paper, scissors on who gets what tonight? How is this fair?
Yeah,
do you want Jungle Boy in your main event at Double or Nothing? Is a better question.
That was a little. If the point is to keep showcasing these pillars to make sure that they get built up nice and strong for MJF, I think it was a fail for Sammy tonight. What are we doing? Give him someone who can work and have Sammy go over. What are we doing here, man?
After the match was over, Preston Vance, and Alex joined the beatdown on Jack Perry, so it's a 3-on-1. And Shivani said this is something that MJF probably got together and orchestrated. Darby ran out, made the save. Roosh wrapped a cable around his neck. Guevara then ran out, and he evened the odds. He kicked Roosh on the ramp and kicked Vance in the ring. Darby then gave Jose, I call him Alex. Jose. I'm thinking Alex Abrahantes. Jose with a Scorpion death drop, which looked great. Darby and Guevara, double drop kick to Vance out of the ring. Guevara and Darby froze in place, and they stared at each other. Then they looked over at Jungle Boy, and it is every man for themselves at Double or Nothing. So there you go. Good stuff.
Should be a good match, man. It should be a phenomenal match.
It's going to be a great match. I mean, it's not really like the mega main event that you're expecting for one of their signature pay-per-views, but I mean, this is what we all ask for. We want people like this in the main event scene. We want AEW to continue building around their youth. Now you got it, and people are complaining. Like, does anybody expect this match to be bad? This is going to be a great match.
No. It's going to be fantastic, man.
None of the 4 pillars are big. Feels like a cruiserweight tournament, says Brad Smith. Well, maybe you don't watch AEW, bro.
That guy's a piece of shit. I know him from my channel.
There you go. Nobody cares what you say, Brad Smith.
No.
MJF.
He has like 47,000 accounts, man.
Does he?
Issa has to block him every fucking stream. Trust me, man. Oh,
he's one of those guys, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I got no life. I'm going to create 18 accounts. I'm going to troll this YouTuber.
Oh my God, this guy's so fucking stupid. He got banned from my chat. Then he went off to one of his other fucking clone accounts or whatever, and he came back into my account and said some shit about my fucking children, man.
Really?
Thought I was too stupid to know it was him.
Oh, really? Well, Brad Smith, hold this L, bro.
Yeah.
Renee. She interviewed MJF. She asked him about his title defense at Double or Nothing, and she pointed out that the winner doesn't have to pin him to become champion. You know what he did then? He said nothing, and he knocked the microphone out of her hands.
Whoa.
He physically got aggressive with Jon Moxley's woman.
Oh, I see his next fucking feud.
Oh, my goodness.
The fuck is wrong with this guy?
Max, what are we doing, bro?
You don't touch Renee, bro.
What are we doing, man?
You don't fucking touch Renee.
We need
Not
to
how
calm
this
them
works.
nerves, Max. Come into my mother's basement. We'll make you a couple old fashions, bro. You'll be good to go.
Bruh, certain people are off limits, Max. Don't fuck with Renee, bruh.
Switchblade Jay White. He went one-on-one with Ricky Starks. I may be in the minority here because we had some great wrestling on this show. This was the best match of the entire night. I thought this was a very good match.
I can't argue with that, man. You want to say this was the best match of the night? That is not an absurd statement.
Yeah. I thought this was the best match of the night. This was realistically the main event because Don Callis got the last segment of the show. Jay White and Ricky Starks put on a banger of a match, and the ending sucked. I will say that. The ending was fucking complete garbage. So we got a disqualification here. Switchblade wins. They don't want to pin Switchblade yet, and he should not be pinned.
No.
So Ricky Starks took a steel chair to both Juice, who's rock hard, by the way. I'm not sure if you guys are aware that Juice is rock hard. And Switchblade Jay White. All I will say with this banger on tonight's show and the way we got this match to end, I would love to see this again on the pay-per-view.
Right. Let me ask you this. Why they booked this goddamn match?
Tonight? I don't know. It should have happened at the pay-per-view.
Why not give me Ricky Starks and Juice? Or did they
They did that
just
already.
fight? They did that already.
Yeah.
So they did that already. Time to move on. No, they shouldn't have had this match tonight.
Yeah, why didn't they do this at the pay-per-view?
Yeah.
They wanted to get 2 matches out of it. I don't know why that was, but I mean, I'm not really complaining, but I'm also complaining at the same time because this was a great match. White suckered Starks into a chase early on. He was kind of healing it up on the outside, driving him into the edge of the ring. Starks fought back by sending White into the barricade. They get back into the ring, and White caught Starks with a hot shot and some chops. So back out to the floor again. Starks was able to battle back until White drove Starks face first into the apron. And then there were some chants for both Jay White and Ricky Starks from this Austin crowd. And Starks is a Texas native, if I'm not mistaken, right, Jesse?
Yeah. I mean, this guy's been from New Orleans 364 days of the year. And today he's from Texas. Well, he moved from New Orleans during Katrina and he moved to Texas. Now he's a Texas boy. Maybe that's why Texas didn't give a shit. I'm like, oh, okay, sure. I thought you was. I was saying the same thing. I thought he was from New Orleans. And right away, Shivani chimed in. Oh, he moved from New Orleans. Okay. All right. Gotcha.
So he's the hometown guy in New Orleans and in Texas.
I guess so.
So Starks was being beaten down. He started to fire out of a corner with a lariat, Manhattan drop, big charging knee, and a back elbow to Jay White. White charged right into a belly-to-belly suplex and a tornado DDT. Looked great. Starks then took too long to follow up on Jay White, which you cannot do. White leapt with a shoulder to the midsection, big snap DDT. White then draped Starks over the top rope and followed with a huge Uranage for a near fall. White was going for the Blade Runner. Starks elbowed free until White suplexed Starks over the top rope to the floor. That's where Juice wanted to get involved. Back inside, Starks almost got a flash roll-up, tried to hook the tights for a 2. Followed with a snap neck breaker. Starks hit a big slam, nearly got a 3. White floated over a Rochambeau. So we got another slam. Robinson tripped up Starks long enough for White to try for a Blade Runner, but Starks countered with a roll-up for 2. White then gouged the eyes of Starks, and then the referee saw this. He pushed him back into the corner. Robinson all of a sudden jumps in with a steel chair with the referee and Jay White in the ring. Starks took control of the chair. He smashed Robinson in the back, sent Juice to the floor, and then he takes the chair and gets disqualified for absolutely no reason, takes the chair and jams it into the stomach of Jay White and gets DQ'd.
So
Why?
is this Starks, low-key admitting that he can't beat this guy, so he just threw in the towel and got a DQ and then tried to stand strong?
That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, because I mean, any real babyface would have been like, "I want to win this match," and then the heel would have been overwhelmed, and then the heel would have taken the chair and gotten himself disqualified. But what are we doing here?
What happened to Shawn Spears? Wasn't Shawn Spears a part of this?
He was supposed to be coming back too. I thought, and he did come back. He was the perfect 10 again.
So where the fuck is he?
I don't fucking know.
Is he hurt? Nobody knows. Maybe we should ask the new creative coordinator.
Oh boy.
Logic gaps, bro. What's going on? I'd love to see the match after the outcome that we got. I'd love to see it on pay-per-view, but I don't know, man. Maybe that's adding too much to the pay-per-view. I don't want to add too much. I don't want to be here for 6 hours on Saturday night. I mean, maybe we do it on the pre-show. Maybe it's on the 0-hour pre-show. I don't know.
That's true too. So what happens with Collision on Saturday AEW pay-per-view? Does it become the 0-hour show?
I don't know if AEW is going to be running Saturday pay-per-views.
Never again. They're all Sundays from now on.
Probably.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
That can't be true.
I don't know.
Is it?
Is All In a Saturday?
All In is
Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah.
Sunday.
But what about All Out?
I don't know. It's Labor Day weekend.
Like a week.
Well, I mean, that's going to be on Sunday, too, because WWE's having an international PLE on Saturday.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And they're probably running some NXT show on a Saturday. They're going to double dip. That'll show TK, pal!
WWE will never run another Sunday show again.
No. Never.
Ever.
We got Don Callis in the main event segment.
Is he going to tell us why?
I don't know, man. We're going to get a why, Cody?
I mean, just like Brock, are we going to get a why here?
Why did Don do what he did last week? Let's find out. He says it gives him no pleasure to introduce him, though, says Shivani. Callis walked out with security. He walked out with security flanking him on the ramp. Fans were booing him. Fans chanted, piece of shit, piece of shit. Shivani asked the most important question in all of wrestling. Why? Why? Callis said everybody wants to hear him talk about why he did what he did to Kenny Omega. He said instead of that, he wants to talk about Omega and what Omega did to him. There's only one victim in this scenario, and it's not Kenny. He says, I am the victim. He touted Omega's achievements in New Japan and AEW. Without me, there is no Kenny Omega. Is that enough for a why, Jesse?
Yeah. Kenny took him for granted, bruh. He said he's the reason that Kenny is so goddamn big. It should be him.
I think he needs to elaborate a little bit more.
No, what else did he say?
He said nothing. Kenny Omega came out.
Oh, he got interrupted.
He got interrupted by Kenny Omega. Security tried to block him, and Omega started punching away at the security guards. Now, I thought he was going to do the same thing, Cody. I thought he was going to fucking Captain America, all these guys like Cody Rhodes did. He beat up like 67 security guards on that Monday Night Raw. Kenny Omega only punched 2 or 3, which is fine.
Much like the Jericho's IRL incident, he said they sent security on him.
I don't know where they get these security guards from, bro. It's like Clown U.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
So Omega did not beat up 87 security guards like Cody Rhodes. It was only 3. He punched them. Blackpool Combat Club then jumped Omega on the ramp. Moxley gave him a paradigm shift on the ramp. Moxley then entered the ring and said, this is his final warning to stay down. They are the real elite. The Young Bucks then came out, and they were selling the attack from earlier in the parking lot. Nick brought out a trash can with him, and there were objects in the trash can that each one of them grabbed. Adam Page comes out and joins the elite, and the reaction Adam Page got was tremendous. Omega handed him a broom wrapped in barbed wire. Excalibur says they are former rivals and now once again partners. They charged to the ring with 2x4s, trash can lids, pipe, and a broom wrapped in barbed wire, and they went to battle with the Blackpool Combat Club. So they cleared the ring, and Hangman says they are the heart and soul and spirit of this place. He was wearing an eye patch. He looked like fucking Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid, did Adam Page. He yelled, we are the elites. The elite challenges the Blackpool Combat Club to anarchy in the arena at Double or Nothing.
Not gonna lie. I kind of got those tingles when I
Yeah, man.
heard that, man.
That's gonna be a sight to behold, man. Not only are we getting the pay-per-view match, Anarchy in the Arena. That's gonna sell the pay-per-view for a lot of people. Then we're gonna get Blood and Guts, which is gonna be a completely different story. Yep. What I like about this, Jesse, is AEW went out of their comfort zone. We got an explanation. We got a nice little ending brawl. We got a setup for a pay-per-view match. Everything was great. They went outside their comfort zone, man. They didn't end the show on a match. They ended the show on a promo segment. How often did you see AEW do this in the last 4 years, bro? I probably count on one hand how many times we see a promo segment end the Dynamite. This maybe have been the third time, maybe, that they did that.
Yeah, probably, yeah. That's true. I have one glaring question about this whole situation that they left unanswered. I'm sure it was intentional. I'm sure we'll get it at some point soon. But my one question is Takeshita.
Not there tonight.
Okay.
Need to know what's going on.
Okay.
What? Oh, did your Alexa not like that shit?
Siri said, okay, when you mentioned Takeshita. I don't know.
I just want to know where Takeshita stands. Is he turning heel with Don? Is he like, what the fuck, Don? I'm not standing with this bullshit. Takeshita seems to be a little bit of a wild card right now. Does Don have him in his back pocket as his new killer?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is Don with the BCC? He kind of disappeared.
I don't know. It's a good question.
Yeah. We'll see.
It's a very good question. Is he going to align himself with the Blackpool Combat Club? And then we get Kota Ibushi on the other end, 5-on-5. We may see that more towards Blood and Guts.
Blood and Guts.
Yeah.
And they got to answer it sooner than that. We can't leave Takeshita hanging in limbo for that goddamn long.
I know. Yeah, we're going to need some rectifying on that. Maybe we should ask the new AEW creative coordinator on that.
Well, let's give it a minute. This is only week 1 after Don's turn. They have more layers to the story to tell, and I'm sure Takeshita is a part of it.
Maybe he swings the match in one favor over the other at the pay-per-view. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's an interesting factor that has not been answered yet, so we'll see.
Anyway, guys, that is your AEW Dynamite post. Hopefully you enjoyed what we brought to the table today, and I thank you guys for joining us on the show, as always. And we're going to get into the Super Chats right now in just a second. But before we get into that, guys, please hit that thumbs up. I would love if we could get as close to 1,000 likes as possible. Super Chats are open as last call in the OTS venue. Go get your Legend of JD from NY t-shirts, man. They are available now. There are less than 40 left. Go and get yours today. I think the cutoff will be Friday, man. So if we can get as close to those 40 sold as possible, I would love you guys. So if you've been pondering, go get it. Go get it, man. Join the rest of the crew that have bought a t-shirt. Limited time release. Awesome stuff there. Go check out all the other videos that you might have missed on the channel. They are all on the homepage. I got videos in the pipeline for Thursday and Friday. I will be live with SmackDown on Saturday afternoon. I will not be here live Friday night. I will be at House of Glory at the NYC Arena. And like I said, man, hit that subscribe button down below, turn on the bell for notifications, and follow me on social media at JD from NY206. And that is Jesse as well on social media at Chi-Town Smart. Let's start at the top here, man, with Nick Williams. A 12-month membership and a $10 super chat. Thank you, Nick Williams. He says, 1 year. I'm still here. Continue to thrive, JD. Can't wait to see what year 2 brings me. Imagine if WWE books Roman versus Bad Bunny. 150 characters ain't enough, man. I don't think we'll be seeing that, bro. That's well beneath Roman Reigns right now. You really are the most honest podcaster in the wrestling community today. Keep thriving at what you do. It seems more likely that Roman versus Cody will happen at WrestleMania 40. Yeah, I'm afraid that it may, bro. I don't know. We got rumors about Money in the Bank participants being leaked. Cody may be a part of that. If he is, we'll see. I think the story should be finished at SummerSlam. I don't know. Joseph Taylor with a $9 super chat. JD, Jesse, 2 things. A match you guys watched that should have been 5 stars. Me, HBK versus Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 21. And a return that gave you goosebumps. Me, Cody, WrestleMania. CM Punk.
I don't know the star ratings for all the matches that I like.
Me neither.
So I don't
Why
know.
are we worrying about 5-star ratings, Joseph?
Yeah, really. Man. Let's just you guys give him Meltzer power.
HBK and Kurt Angle wasn't a 5-star match?
I don't know.
I failed to see how that wasn't a 5-star match.
You mentioned Kurt. How about Kurt and Shane? Was that 5 stars? King of the Ring?
Nick Williams with a $5 super chat. Roman and Solo versus the Usos at SummerSlam rumor. WWE needs to do something fast with this title situation, whereas AEW is thriving. Look at Double or Nothing's main event. Bro, that Roman and Solo versus the Usos SummerSlam rumor, bro, it came from Zero News, who has 0 sources, bro. Stop reading garbage Twitter accounts. Stop. There's a reason why I did not talk about that, bro, because it came from nowhere. Bryce with a $15 super chat, no message. Thank you, Bryce. I appreciate your generosity, brother. Alex Jones with a $9.99. This question is for both of you guys. What's your thoughts on Nirvana and Rob Zombie? Love you, JD. The OTS is the only community I support. LOL. I hate Nirvana. I think they're one of the worst bands ever. And Rob Zombie, Hellbilly Deluxe was my actual first CD purchase at Tower Records.
My favorite from Rob Zombie was House of a Thousand Corpses. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was the sequel. Yeah.
Oh, he's talking. I don't know. I don't know in what sense he's talking about Rob Zombie, because Rob Zombie is a musician and a movie director. So you got to be a little bit more elaborate there, Alex Jones.
That's gonna be my favorite from Rob Zombie either way.
What is your thoughts on his adaptation of Halloween?
I thought it was.
I thought it was good. It's probably the best Halloween that in recent memory, anyway.
Yeah, as far as remakes go, I thought it was good. But Devil's Rejects, that's my Rob Zombie, man, right there.
There you go. Tyler with a $1.99 and a $1.99. Rest in peace, superstar Billy Graham. And do you like Pearl Jam? No, I do not. Not my type of music, bro. Tony Brown with a $4.99. There was delicious meat tonight. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah. I think Sheeta kind of failed us. I don't think she kind of brought any meat to the
Nah. Michelle Moran with a $2 super chat. The Elite vs. Blackpool Combat Club at Double or Nothing. I can't wait. Should be a banger match, Michelle. Tyler B with 17 months in the OTS venue. He simply says W. Thank you, bro. Jacob Donnelly with a $5 super chat. With all the news going on today, let's talk about the one thing everyone wants to talk about, and that's Joey Janela calling out JD on Twitter. LOL. I don't know, man. Listen, man, it's one of those unsolved mysteries, man. I didn't even say anything. I didn't mention him. I didn't mention anything about him. I've said things about him in the past, but thought that was months ago.
Internet lives on forever, man.
I don't know what I did. Maybe he's really seeking attention, and he figured that it would generate some buzz around him to call me out. I don't know.
And what did I just say earlier? If you're no one on the card, you need some attention, go ahead. Call out the media. That'll get you out there. Sure.
Yeah.
That's what Joey Janela did. Great. Now, should Punk be doing that? No.
And I'd like you to know, Janela got ratioed. Because I called him a clown. Nobody mentioned him. I tweeted about AEW Collision's new logo. I'll tell you what I think. I think you're a cunt, he says. Thanks, bro. Go jump off a building through 6 burning tables, bro. Are you still upset about Penelope before leaving you for Kit, bro? I mean, give me a break. I'll go buy you a fucking Corona next time I see you. Shut the fuck up. Or maybe I'll buy you a soy milk latte. How about that, man? You could cry to me about Penelope leaving you. Bad boy. Fuck out of here.
Not me. I didn't say this.
Rivals, Burgers, and Steaks, 27 months. Hey, JD and Jesse, fun show tonight. Looking forward to the show. OTS for life. Thank you, Rivals. Hopefully, we entertained you, man. Skinner with a $1.99. Popped for Mr. Softy. They're in Buffalo, too. Bro, Mr. Softy is New York, period.
And Texas.
The Cake with a $2 super chat. Will there be an OTS brand split? I don't know. What are we splitting?
I have no idea.
What roster are we splitting, bro? There's only 2 people here.
And we're here every Wednesday.
Nick Positano with a $10 super chat. Good Dynamite, not great. How many second chances does Punk get until AEW tells him to stay home again? Work at 4 a.m. I'll catch the show, then have a good night, guys. I think Punk will be on his best behavior the second time around, but you never know. You never know. Tony Khan doesn't want to keep CM Punk at home. He needs CM Punk. Joey Clemenza with a 17 months. This goes out to the one and only superstar, Billy Graham. Vaya con Dios, superstar. You were a huge part of my childhood. You will be missed. Thank you, Joey. Thoughts and prayers to superstar Billy Graham and his family. OMG, it's Rush 2213 with a 16 months. So glad Kenny accepted Hangman back. They're great storytellers, man. No matter how you want to cut it, no matter what you think about them, they are great storytellers. The Jay Caleb Show with an 8 months. Thank you, brother. Hate that Roosh had to take the L for storyline reasons, but my goodness, he's great. He's very good. Stiff, but good. Stephen Brewer with 4 months. Rest in peace, superstar Billy Graham. You will not be forgotten. Thank you for 4 months, Stephen, in the OTS venue. Devoted with a 10 months. OTS for life. Love you guys. Love the show. Thanks for everything. Thank you, Devoted. Joseph Gonzalez with a $4.99. Punk is old, brittle, and bitter. Tony can send a good message to everyone by not bending over for this 45-year-old diva. Have faith in your roster. Tell us how you really feel, Joseph. Wow. Frankie Rodriguez with a $4.99. Is Wheeler Yuta's run in the BCC getting stale? If you could replace him, who would you choose? That's a good question.
No one. He's there to reap the benefits of being in the BCC. He's there to benefit from teaming with these legends, dude. He's the main benefactor of the BCC. He's not going anywhere.
Dakota W with the new membership. Thank you, Dakota. The fuck are you drinking tonight, man? The Cake with the $2 super chat. After tonight, wrestling needs CM Punk. Yes, it does. Angel Davila with a $5 super chat. I'm so sick of Punk and his drama. He should have stayed retired. Wow.
A lot of people feel that way.
I know. And they are right to feel however they want.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, everyone wanted Punk back, but if we would have known we'd be getting all this drama with it, I don't know if a lot of people would have wanted them back as bad as they did.
Bryce with a $1 super chat. Thank you, Bryce. Brian the Dean with a 13 months. JD, AEW is about to be the hottest it's been in 2 years. OTS for life. Yes, hopefully we reap the benefits of that. Over here. ER Sane with a $2 super chat. Watching Mid-Pact turn Jesse into the Midtown Smark. Uh-oh. Is that true, bro?
I deleted that for a reason.
The Cake with a $5 super chat. Kenny still doesn't know what happened at Full Gear. Matt is making sure he doesn't find out. Also, be sure to check out Kenny's promo after Dynamite. What did he say after Dynamite?
I get sent this promo. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
The Script Keeper with a $5 super chat. Hey, Jesse, love your new backdrop. Taco Crew for life. Francis Loop with a $5 super chat. Why is all the other members of the Outcasts able to stay at ringside during their matches? And why spray paint Allison Kay when she is not AEW? Bro, I didn't watch Rampage, so I have no idea what you're talking about. I didn't even know Allison Kay was on the show. 24 with a $4.99. JD,
I'm trying to listen to the promo now.
JD, I can't tell you enough how much you mean to me, bro. My mom passed and I see no reason to live, but your jokes have kept me going. Love you, bro. OTS for life. 24, man. I'm glad I could be here to help you get over your mom's passing, bro. You're not really going to get over it, but heal you in the process. Just take it easy, man. Everybody grieves in their own way. And I don't want to hear that you have no reason to live, bro. Stop that shit. Cut that shit out. Everybody's got a fucking reason to be on this planet, man.
All right. He said something about he was talking to Hangman. He said they were bitter enemies, or better rivals, but they were able to hash things out for the greater good.
Okay.
You know, and it was like, you know, is he only referring to Hangman here or other things? No, don't know.
Francis Loop with a $5 super chat, a $10 super chat, a $5 super chat. If NXT is a money loss for WWE, can Endeavor sell it to Tony Khan if he wants it? Because Endeavor is 51% owner of WWE. No. Why would they sell an intellectual property to Tony Khan? How else are they going to train the future of WWE? They should just cancel the show if that's the case. Just to say thank you to both of you for what you do. Love the Thursday OTS and all the shorts throughout the week. Working on my ROH Collision roster Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. TBS. Don't want to see Claudio 2 belts. I hope Ring of Honor Tag Team title shot goes to Bryan Danielson and his partner, the little shirt Wheeler Yuta. I think it's Yuta and Claudio, bro, next week against the Lucha Brothers. Ring of Honor titles, baby, defended on Dynamite. I can't wait. Billy Sizane with a $5 super chat. Bullet Club confirmed that the pay-per-view are getting bigger. El Fantasmo. We're getting El Fantasmo in AEW?
Who the fuck is that?
He's a Bullet Club guy.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Joseph Taylor with a $3 super chat. My favorite Rob Zombie song is Never Gonna Stop. Zach Smith with 3 months. As a Canadian, you got the pronunciation of Regina correctly. No need to apologize. I still refuse to believe Saskatchewan is a real place. Oh, they're in Brock Lesnar country. Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Maybe there'll be rumors from the fucking geeks online. Lesnar signs with AEW.
Oh, it's coming.
I'm sorry that Tony Khan mispronounced your place of origin. Wrong, bro. Zach Smith. Vagina. Captain Solo with a $5 super chat. Great show tonight, guys. OTS for life. Off-topic question. What is Vince's obsession with red? Imperium main roster, red. LOD main roster, red.
SmackDown, blue. I don't know.
Bro, Vince has got a lot of obsessions.
SmackDown,
NXT,
yellow.
I don't want to know about any one of them.
Oh, Chad said that Roddy did face Gunther in NXT too.
Did he? Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
And
Watched it.
Yeah, I'm sure you could. And Captain Solo with a $5 super chat. Have you guys heard about Dwayne Johnson and these kidnapping allegations? Sounds like bullshit to me.
I've been sending you links to this whole Dwayne Johnson situation over the last 2 weeks. I even sent you another one tonight. Not too many people in the IWC are reporting this, but there is something going on with Dwayne Johnson and the hold that he once had on Hollywood.
What do you mean?
Something major, man.
There's something going on with the hold he has on Hollywood?
Yeah, like he's losing his hold on Hollywood. Like right about now, the latest thing to have come out is saying that Disney cuts ties with Dwayne Johnson as a $3 billion kidnapping lawsuit has come up.
Maybe he didn't meet his quota on children's sacrifices, man. I don't know.
I don't know, man, but The Rock was dominating Hollywood, but he's kind of getting pushed out of Hollywood right now.
Well, how many more? I mean, he's a one-dimensional actor, bro. How much is there left for him to do?
Look, they don't have anything creative to come up with, so they're gonna start booking The Rock and shit. That's what the plan has been. He's not a great actor. He just draws.
We'll see. I don't know. Who cares? Is that allegation shit gonna go anywhere? Probably not.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked too far into it, but stuff is coming up about him and
well, maybe he'll finally be back on television, WWE television.
Maybe. I don't know, man.
NBC dropped his show.
They did? I didn't even know that. Like,
yeah, Young Rock finished.
Dude, the IWC is just, for some reason, not reporting this. I don't get it.
The wrestler's wrestler. I see you, bro. Yeah, man. Hollywood's fucking bizarre, man. Hollywood's bizarre. Bunch of fucking Illuminati, fucking ritualistic Satanists out there, bro. Fuck them. Anyway, I'm getting out of here. I'm exhausted. I've had quite the day. Thank you guys for joining us on the show. Appreciate you guys very much for hanging out with us on this Wednesday night. There'll be more videos in your sub boxes on Thursday, more on Friday. We'll be live on Saturday. We'll be live on Sunday. Tons of shit, man. We got a Mustang Dark Horse to fucking fund.
Did you go?
Hopefully this week.
Oh.
Thank you guys very much, man. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206. Jesse's at Chi-Town Smark on Twitter. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. And go get your Zelda t-shirts, man. Legend of JD from NY.
Impact tomorrow.
There you go. Until then, guys, I'll see you back right here for more content on Off the Script. I'll see you guys later.